Okay, so I'm starting where I left off last week, and I had talked about two different erasers already, the regular eraser tool, and then there's the magic eraser tool. And I didn't get to the background eraser tool just because it was a little bit more complicated. And let's see, the background eraser tool, they want us to bring in the Ivy image to experiment with. So I actually already brought it in and it's on its own layer, and I'm going to just change the name of it by double clicking and say Ivy so I can find it, and then also I can change the color of the layer by control clicking on the layer. I'm choosing green to follow the book. And then what they wanted us to use the background eraser tool is to get rid of this paneling and the white background, which is actually really easy with the wand tool. Um, but with the ivy, getting the brown out of the background here and here, the background eraser tool works really well. And so, um, let's see, what does the book say here? Okay, so the book was saying that the background eraser tool erases the background while maintaining the foreground color, because you first, if you can look closely at the center of my brush, there's these little crosshairs, and that's called a hotspot. And what you do is you first click, so I'm going to go ahead, oh, I have to make sure that these settings are correct. So I want to make sure I am on my, what's this one called? Sample once, because I only want to sample the background once and then have it go through all of this. And I also want to make sure I'm on discontiguous, because the difference between discontiguous and contiguous is that discontiguous means I can erase little parts of brown within the image that are not touching the rest of the background, and I want to do that. So if I'm on contiguous, I can't. So those two options, and then also tolerance. Tolerance allows you to choose more of a variety of the shades of color, or less, depending. So 50% is, I think it's generous. So anyway, if I click once, then and hold it down and drag, and I run through here, you can see that it starts getting rid of the brown in the middle between the leaves, and does a pretty good job. Let's see. And it's not even sampling the white up top either. It's just sampling the brown. So it did a really good job. I don't know if it got rid of too many leaves over here. If that's the case, let me just go back in time and see. Control Z. No, I don't think it got rid of any leaves. Actually, it did a really good job. Okay, and then the background you can do the same way. You can just click again, or the white wall, and then hold it down. Don't let go until you've gone through it all, because once you let go and you click again, you're sampling a different color. So since I let go and I click again on this little string here, I'm sampling, oh, but the problem is that color is in the leaves, so it's getting rid of the leaves. Okay, go back in time. Okay, I will not use that anymore for that part. Okay, here there's a little bit of chair rail, so I'm going to click and see how that works. Oh, it's still getting rid of the leaf color. I wonder if I lower the tolerance, if that will help. Yeah, that helps a little bit. In some cases, you might want to switch tools. In some cases, certain tools work really well, in other cases, not so well. Okay, so I just took a minute to experiment with the different options up here. Whoops. For my eraser tool, I tried the find edges to see if that would work, and then back at, yeah, sample once, and then I just started clicking and seeing if that did it. I would say this is not quite as fast and satisfying as the other, as erasing the brown background and the other one. So I think I might just go back to a regular eraser. Oh, whoops.